Because tell me, if you've ever worked with a corporation on the size of Tesla, have you gotten like everybody's email? Like, did you talk to 40 people to get your project done, or did you just have one contact? All right, I wasn't gonna jump on the bandwagon, but I feel I have to. This whole Tesla supercharging layoff debacle, I'm just not falling for it. All right, so some of you may have heard the news that apparently coming out on April 29th from Electech was the news that Tesla had fired or laid off their entire supercharging team. Now, the word entire, which we'll put right here, would mean everybody. There's nobody there whatsoever at all. That just doesn't even make logical sense. They have a whole headquarters where all these superchargers report for data. Were they laid off? Nope. They have maintenance people that go out and, fix the superchargers when they're broken. Were they laid off? Nope. So the first headline of the entire supercharging team was laid off is just false. So everybody jumped on the bandwagon on YouTube and on Twitter to get themselves a ton of clicks and make a ton of money off of ads running on their videos, which I'm not really trying to do here. I just had to throw in my 2 cents, I feel, because I just don't think it's what people are making it out to be. Now, at the end of the day, this information was first reported from a company actually called, guess what? The Information. And I don't know if you've ever heard of The Information. I've never heard of this random website that apparently got some kind of email from Elon about the entire supercharging team being laid off. But when I went to go read their article, guess what I was hit with? This $30-something a month to just be able to read the article. So if I ran a website and wanted a bunch of people to sign up, why would I not report a bunch of basically fake news to try to get a bunch of clicks? Makes perfect sense to me, right? At the end of the day, yes, they laid off people. Yes, it may have been a big portion of their team, but is it changing anything? No, it's really not. Even Elon said in his tweet here that Tesla still plans to grow the supercharging network just at a slower pace for new locations and a more focus on 100% uptime and upgrading current locations, which to me, that makes perfect sense. I know people say, well, there's not superchargers everywhere. Essentially, you can get to wherever you need to get with superchargers. Now, yes, you might be able to get there and not get back to the supercharger, but normally, like in our case here, we live in Georgia. If we go to Cherokee, North Carolina, there's no superchargers up there. We don't have enough charge to get from Cherokee, North Carolina's casino back to the next set of superchargers. That's where level 2 charging comes in. We're able to charge at the casino and make our way back to Georgia. Ironically enough, Cherokee, North Carolina is one of the locations that is supposed to get a set of superchargers this year. Also, Helen, Georgia, that's another one. Granted, there's enough in that area in Helen to be able to get to Helen and get back, but also Helen, Georgia has level 2 charging. So essentially, you can get to wherever you need with the Tesla supercharging network. Now, 100% uptime is a very, very important case, considering the fact that every automaker is coming to the supercharging network next year. Every one of them. I think VinFast and Canoo are like the only ones who have not agreed to put NACS on their cars. I mean, who cares? They'll figure it out eventually. At the end of the day, 100% uptime is going to be a lot more important than installing a bunch of new sites in between other sites when you don't necessarily need those chargers. For example, when we go to New Orleans, we stop at a Buc-ee's just outside of Birmingham, I believe. Then we go from there to Mediterranean, I think is the name of it. There's only a V2 supercharger there. That charger is the only charger in between Birmingham and in between Hattiesburg. But if you're not driving in a Tesla, you can't charge there because it's V2. So to me, it's more important to take that charging station, which is only 8 stalls, make that charging station double or triple the capacity, make it V3, and then everybody's able to charge there. To me, it's really common sense. I just don't see everybody's big issue with this. Now, a lot of people have started talking about funding and, he's getting this money from Biden to build the charging network and now he's backing out of it. but, well, no, he's not. He's going to take that money, take the V2 stations that current non-Tesla EVs cannot charge at, upgrade them to V3 or V4, and then boom, everybody can charge at them, which is more important, again, than rolling out more brand new stations when they already have such a wide variety of stations and locations across North America. Now, to add to this, there was a whole bunch of people talking yesterday about that, oh, the whole entire commercial department was fired too. So now we can't get help on our destination chargers. Well, okay. So you mean to tell me that the person that your business was working with happened to be let go and now you're getting a bounce back? Because tell me, if you've ever worked with a corporation on the size of Tesla, have you gotten like everybody's email? Like, did you talk to 40 people to get your project done, or did you just have one contact? My guess would be you had one, maybe two contacts. Now, if you're working at a mom and pop shop, yeah, you may know everybody there. I used to be a server administrator at a mom and pop shop. There was 6 of us. So yeah, if you called in for a project, you knew everybody's name. If we all got fired, you would know it. Not at a corporation like Tesla. The one contact you were talking to is who was let go. You don't have a backup contact, so maybe you're not able to get an answer right now at this moment for your chargers. It's all speculation at the end of the day. It's all people on Twitter and on these news sites just trying to get clicks, and even on these YouTube videos trying to get clicks. And that's really all it is. Anything in the news that's related to Tesla that makes Tesla look bad gets clicks and views. And I think that's what this whole thing is more about, more than these people being let go. You can't tell me that the entire supercharging team was 500 people. It just doesn't make sense. Think of all the locations from California, Texas, New York. I mean, is the New York factory just shut down? Like, I wish I lived in New York because I would have went there just to show how full the parking lot was, because I guarantee it's still full. There's still people making chargers. There's still a lot going on. Just a handful of these people were let go. Now, back to the commercial debacle. I then found their commercial email address. This is an actual email that I sent to them. I did not get a bounce back. Also, at least more hearsay. This person here said somebody helped them install a universal destination charger today. Well, yesterday. But either way, they still said they had a point of contact. I know in Kyle's video, he was talking about he had a friend who worked in like the utility business and all of his contacts are done. So if his friend worked in the utility business and was working with Tesla, he was either in Colorado or California. Same as I mentioned before. Did he contact everybody at that office? No. He had one, maybe 2 contacts that he was contacting, and that's who he can't get in touch with. So now he's told Kyle something, Kyle's made a whole video and just blown it into this big ordeal that it just does not need to be blown into. But again, when you're talking about Tesla and you're talking about bad news, you're gonna get clicks, you're gonna make money. That's basically how it works at the end of the day. Hopefully I was able to make this short enough, but essentially, I think a lot of this is hearsay, and it all started from a website that wants you to pay $35 a month to read their articles. To me, that's even more of a red flag that it's just hearsay. And this whole entire team, it just doesn't make sense. There's still people there. Chargers are still going to go out. Sites are still going to get upgraded. Everything is still going to perform exactly how it did before. There's even more hearsay on other automakers are going to jump ship back to CCS. They're going to downgrade and have people have to deal with Electrify America and EVgo. They would be crazy to do such a thing based on a $35 a month website giving out some information. It just, none of it makes sense. Most of it's hearsay. That's my thoughts on it. I don't see anything changing. I don't see it as a bad thing. I just see it as he is trimming some of the fat and he has things running smooth. There's other people besides this Rebecca girl who are able to do what she was able to do. There was people underneath her who most likely are getting moved up to her position who will be able to take care of these things. And it's just the media and YouTubers and people on Twitter just blowing this into something it's not. That's my take on it. Had to make this. Click like, click subscribe. Indulge in your life at indulgeclothing.com for the merch. See you in the next one. Deuces.